So now we're going to go into Genesis, or as I like to say, the beginning of everything. In the beginning, it's probably one of the most known scriptures to man. God created the heaven and the earth. After God created the earth, then he said, "Let there be light," which also brought light. He was able to make water and land on the earth, basically all the animals that you see, both throughout the sea, both out of the sea. And then on the seventh day, he, took a little rest. He was a little tired after he was done. Which also, the seventh day that he rested was blessed, which is also the true Sabbath day. Which for people that think that's Sunday, I'm sorry to tell you, but it's not. It's Saturday. And if you say otherwise, then I don't know what to tell you, man. I guess you're just in sin. Now, throughout that time, God then thought, I'm going to make something out of my image. Make someone out of my image. And right out of the dust, he formed the first man to walk the earth, which was Adam. Also, I would also like to alert that the first two humans on the earth that are made, they're not the only humans going throughout this garden that I speak about. But anyway, God saw that the man was alone, and he said, this isn't good for him. I'm gonna go make him a little peace. And by peace, he literally meant peace, considering the fact that he took a rib out of Adam, which was asleep. Now, while they was going throughout this garden, and then he made Eve, the mother of all people. God said they can have all of the fruits within the Eden garden. But
don't you ever, never even think of eating the fruits from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, which if you do it, you will surely die. Alright, now carry on with what you're doing.
Eve was walking through the garden at a random day, and then she crossed the serpent, or as it should be, Satan. When she crossed Satan, she already had the knowledge told by Adam that you should not eat the tree of knowledge of good and evil, otherwise you will surely die. But Satan was able to trick her, basically telling her, man, he doesn't know what he's talking about. If you do it, you'll obviously become like him. And just like that, Eve was intrigued with what she heard. Alright, show me how to be like God. And that's exactly how she idolized Satan and learned the fruits of good and evil. She was also able to bring Adam into learning about it too, which then after they learned about it, they realized that they was naked. And no, I'm not talking about clothes. They realized that they was in sin. That's what it means. So they tried to hide away from the Lord. And the thing is, God sees everything. And that's not metaphorical. I mean, he literally sees everything that goes on throughout the earth. So when God saw them, he realized
they ate off the fruit.
And because of this, God put probably the worst thing that he could put on not only them, but the entire generation throughout Israel. And from that one thing itself, that is how we've been able to build into the sin that we are in now. Famine, slavery, sin, pregnancy, having a temporal lifespan. Heck, we even have bodies that are literally made to bring us down. Yeah, that's right. The body that you are currently in isn't even a body that's really good for you. This body is made out of sin, which we'll talk about sin later on. Now, the main things that God wanted to set straight with them was that Adam, also known as the men, would have to work for their blessing instead of it just being inside of their lineage, since now they've committed a sin. And that Eve, also known as the woman, will have to multiply the seeds of Adam, but have to multiply them through sorrow. Which it shouldn't take that long to think about it, but think about it. How exactly are the human population multiplied? Now you have that answer in your head. Now think about it. Is it painful? Yes or no? And that's exactly how pregnancy became what it is today. And that's how almost throughout the time, everyone, even us, was stuck in sin. We even are stuck inside of sin today, which only some of us can get through. And by some, I mean a slim amount. I'm talking like 1/3 of us was stuck in sin. And that's exactly how pregnancy became what it is today. And that's how almost throughout the time, everyone, even us, was stuck in sin. We even are stuck inside of sin today, which only some of us can get through. And by some, I mean a slim amount. I'm talking like 1/3 of Israel is going to be able to make it to heaven. Now that we have how we became the downgraded people stuck in captivity, let's talk about what exactly the Bible is to us.